And for me, I started playing drums on my 13th birthday. My parents got me drum lessons. And the advice I always give to parents too is, they'll say, "Oh, I want to get my kid some drums. Which one should I get?" I say, "Well, get a pair of sticks and a practice pad and lessons, and see how it goes for a year. And if they're playing that practice pad, or like me, I'd spread magazines around my bed, and it would be Keith Moon's drums, you know?
I used pillows.
Yeah, and exactly, it totally relates to the air drumming thing. I would make these wonderful drum sets out of magazines and then beat the covers off them. But from my 13th birthday on, and then I had lessons every Saturday and practice all week, and learned a sight reading and playing by ear both. My teacher was great on that. But even at the lesson, we were just playing practice pad drums. I didn't play real drums for probably until after the first year. And then got a little 3-piece set. And I was talking with my dad the other day, and we were reminiscing about he would take me up to my drum lessons on Saturdays, or I got him to meet me there one day because they had a set of gray Ripple Rogers. I was all crazy for little drums, a little 18-inch bass drum, 14-inch floor tom, and 12-inch tom. And I'd stare at those Rogers drums every week at my lesson. Finally, through my mom, I got my dad to show up there and talk about them. They were $750. And my dad would co-sign for the loan if I made the payments. So I cut lawns, and I worked at my dad's farm equipment dealership and everything to pay that $32 a month. I still remember what the payment was all these years later. But
you paid it off?
I paid it off. Okay. And but if I ever broke a head or cymbals, terrible. But then I had a cracked cymbal, and the guy at the music store gave me credit as a teenager, and this was like a step into the big world and trust that it gave me, and then paying that back as a matter of responsibility, and it was an urge to work too, so I could buy that new cymbal. I would work for my dad during holidays or something to make that happen. But the transition in life of suddenly having that mission, and then I played at the school variety show, and it went really well, and my parents were there and they were proud, and the other kids were making a big fuss, and it was the first time I'd done anything that was cool, and that brought me some respect among the kids, because I was, kind of a brainy nerd, and power nose. There's no coolness factor there. No. But after I did a drum solo at the variety show and all the kids were buzzing about it, suddenly I had like an inch of cool in my life. Working on this film, that it was so much, not only a labor of love for its spark plug, Ari, but for everyone involved. It was something that they felt personally engaged with. So it turned out even the filming day was a great experience. And for anyone who hasn't seen the film, I come out at the end to reward Power with his giant check prize. So filming that and being a part of it was a wonderful experience, even on the day. So it's something that's paid off, and Ari and I have become friends and have found we have so many other things in common. Put 2 analog alarm clocks beside each other, they will beat in sync. And 2 heartbeats,
they become in sync?
Yeah. Like you said, it is a remarkable parallel, Karma, with the character.
Yeah, the character thinks
and
at
the
the
movie
beginning.
As a character.
The beginning, he thinks, okay, if I just had a drum set, I would be a man. and then he learns that he already was. It's all here.
For some people, music can be a solace, a place to go if you're sad. A lot of people take refuge in music.
For me, air drumming is a way of saying, it's sort of a parable about what you can do with nothing.
The memorable phrase that Ari uses is, "March to the beat of your own drum, even if you don't have one."
Yeah.